We attained yesterday's objective to pick up a 3-2 record or better with our free NHL picks. I have plenty more hockey predictions for you in the video that you are currently watching, so buckle up! In case this is your first time watching any of my videos, my name is Professor MJ from Quebec City in Canada, and I hold a PhD in statistics. That has been of tremendous help to crush BOOKIE since 1999. Yesterday, those of you who are members at mjpicks.com received 3 premium picks, which all won. In the NHL, I also liked JJ Peterka from the Sabres to record under 2.5 shots on goal at nice plus 120 odds. He ended the game with 0 shot on net. In the NBA, I had the following bet as a great value wager. Jalen Brunson from the Knicks to obtain over 26.5 points, whereas he finished the match with a total of 36. Finally, in NCAA basketball, I absolutely loved Kennesaw State as 3.5 point favorites over Abilene Christian. The game ended with a 6-point margin in favor of Kennesaw State, so we racked up more profit there. Let's get started with today's NHL picks. I would like to share 5 more plays with you. Does that sound like a good plan to you? Alright, let's go, Bookie Crushers! According to the Hot Teams Matchup betting system, we need to grab the Colorado Avalanche to get the W in Washington. Most sportsbooks have a line between -140 and -135 right now, which equates to a range between 1.71 and 1.74 in decimal format. What is this betting strategy about? Its rules are quite simple and yet very effective. It recommends betting the road team if they are coming off either 1 or 2 straight wins, whenever they are squaring off against a home club that's riding a winning streak of length at least 3. Does Colorado really fit under this description? Let's verify. The Avalanche have won a single game in a row, whereas Washington is coming off 3 consecutive victories. So we have the green light to place a bet on Colorado here. Let's see how this betting angle has performed over the past 2+ seasons. During the 2022-23 season, we accumulated a gain of 4.48 units via 42 bets. Last year, we got a 2.43 unit gain across 62 bets. Finally, thus far this season, we've racked up a gain of 4.10 units over 10 bets. If you do the math and you combine all of these results together, this means we've generated a total profit of 11.01 units via 114 wagers, which corresponds to a lovely 9.7% return on investment. Not bad, right? I'm also a big fan of the revenge factor, especially when teams have met not very long ago. In the current case, the Capitals defeated the Avalanche 5-2 just 6 days ago. I am sure Colorado will be looking to avenge this loss, and they will succeed doing it. Let's move on to my second pick of the day. Before we get into it, let's do a quick break while showing you some clips I took when I went to the Canadian Tire Center for the first time of my life, 14 days ago, when the Islanders visited the Senators. I will rely on another solid NHL betting angle for my next pick. The strategy in question is called the Hot Scorers. Let me present to you how it works. Suppose you have a road team that's coming off a stretch of 3 games where they scored at least 4 goals in each of those contests. In that case, Bet against them, since their offense is expected to cool off today, based on historical data. Let's focus on the Carolina Hurricanes for a moment. Today they are visiting the Devils. In each of their prior 3 matches, the Canes have put exactly 4 goals in the back of the net. So by virtue of the hot scorers betting system, we must fade them. That's why my second NHL prediction is as follows. The New Jersey Devils will defeat the Hurricanes tonight at the Prudential Center. Not only has this betting strategy performed at a good level in prior years, but it has also fared well this season. Indeed, we have placed 11 bets by following its rules, and despite taking more underdogs than favorites, we still posted an astounding 7-4 record for a corresponding plus 23% ROI. Now, the following 3 picks won't be backed by any of my 10 NHL betting systems. Instead, they either come from my own analysis of the game or my mathematical model that comes up with pretty accurate projections. Pick number 3 goes to the Ottawa Senators to win outright against the Vegas Golden Knights. The money line stands to be between -140 and -160, or a range between 1.625 and 1.71 in decimal format. The Vegas players may have some tired legs after a difficult game played in Toronto last night. They ended up getting shut out 3-0, which has to be discouraging as well. The club has now lost 4 of its past 6 games, so they need to do better than this. Meanwhile, the Senators have played just 1 game over their past 4 days. They are undergoing a 3-game losing skid right now. I have to admit, I'm also worried about the fact that Vegas has won 9 of the past 10 meetings between these 2 clubs. Still, I like Ottawa in this contest. Based on the players' comments, the team will be fired up and ready to roll. Captain Brady Tkachuk said, "No more freaking excuses. Right now, every game is a must-win." End of quote. Thomas Chabot said the first 2 periods against Edmonton might have been the team's worst 2 periods they have played all season long. I am looking for a super motivated Ottawa squad to bounce back with a win tonight at the Canadian Tire Centre. The best and easiest way to beat bookies is via proposition bets. This is where I devote a lot of my attention because it has been my main source of revenue when it comes to sports betting. Let me share one of my premium hockey picks from today, which turns out to be a prop bet. The play in question goes back to the Hurricanes versus Devils matchup. In this game, I am betting Martin Necas from Carolina to record over 2.5 shots on goal. Many sportsbooks have a line hovering around -155, but I was able to find one that offered -122, which was a nice bargain. If you are more familiar with decimal odds, we're talking about 1.82 odds. During the month of November, Necas has exceeded 2.5 shots on net in 7 of his 9 games. He did not have as much success in October by doing it just 3 times out of 9, but I put more weight on what has occurred in the past month. Sure, the Devils are allowing the 7th fewest shots on goal per game, on average, but given how the Czech player has fared recently, my math model and myself love this bet a lot. What is my 5th and final NHL pick for today, Thursday, November 21st? Yesterday, we had success with the first period totals by winning both plays. Last season, we also racked up solid profit with this market, and I've received several messages from followers who really enjoyed those plays. So let me share the one I like the most by far. With my 5th betting pick in hockey, I am grabbing Over 1.5 goals to be scored in the first period of the Sharks versus Blues meeting. Suppose you would have made this bet in each of San Jose's past 5 games. By doing so, you would have earned a 4-1 record. On the Blues' side, we observe a similar phenomenon. In fact, the first period over has hit in 5 of their past 7 contests. Overall, the Sharks have given up the second most goals in the league, while the Blues are not doing much better by allowing the 6th most goals. I know these teams' offenses are not the best, but my mathematical model and I anticipate at least 2 goals to be scored in the initial period of this match, so let's roll with this bet. It's time for our daily pick summary. Here is a quick review of the 5 picks I have suggested today. The Avalanche to win straight up in Washington. New Jersey to defeat a solid Hurricanes squad. Ottawa to get the W over the Golden Knights. Martin Necas from Carolina to get at least 3 shots on goal in New Jersey. Over 1.5 in the first period of the Sharks-Blues meeting. Here's a little secret for you. I was not super satisfied by the number of views my NHL videos had been producing recently. We had 5 straight videos producing between 700 and 1100 views, which was below our usual performance. That was all my fault. I knew I had to do something about it. I figured sports bettors like you probably prefer to get 4 or 5 quick picks per video rather than having a 5-minute video presenting a single prediction. I feel so dumb when I think about it now. Yesterday, I shared a betting play for each of the league's 5 games, and we increased the number of views to 1,400, a significant increase. My goal is to get to 2,000 views per day, and you can help my brand accomplish this feat by talking about Professor MJ with friends, family members, or work colleagues. Even small actions can contribute to help the MJ brand to grow, like clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a quick comment below, or subscribing to the channel. I really wish I could personally thank each of you who interact with my videos. I appreciate it so much. As you can tell, I devote a lot of time into those videos and I try to present the best content as possible. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll be there to let you know my top pick in each of the 2 games on the menu. Jets Penguins along with Sabres Ducks. See you tomorrow, my good friend.